this is your pump actually here. This part is your pump, and this is your filter vessel. So in here you've got some engineered glass, so it looks like sand, but it's actually crushed glass. Yeah, really simple the way that it works. This sucks the water out of those tanks, and it pushes it through that sand, and then it comes out of there and into there, and obviously pushing it through I'll call it sand but it's not actually sand, it's crushed glass. Pushes it through the sand and it captures all the dirt in the tiny particles. So over time, in heavy use, you'll notice the water flow will reduce as the pressure in here builds up, because it's got more dirt in it. So the way to clean it is really, really simple. You put it into what's called backwash. That's backwash mode, and all it does is it reverses, so it still sucks the water, it puts in there, but this head in here changes the direction of the flow of water, and it disperses all the dirt, and it'll then fire out this hose to waste. So when you've got it in backwash, it'll go to waste. So got your nice long hose wherever you're going to put it. Yeah. And then what you do is you do a backwash, and then before you were going to put it back on again, you do a rinse. All a rinse is it sends the water in the same direction as filter, but it sends it to waste. So basically all it's doing is it's compressing the sand just a bit before you put it into filter, because you've disturbed it, and then if you just put it straight to filter, you're going to get some of the crap into your tub. So you put it to rinse, it goes in the same direction as filter, but it fires a bit of it through here. Then you'll switch it off again. Another important thing is it's got to be powered off, so this shouldn't be running when you're turning that. So you just turn it off, turn it back on again.
Okay.
Turn it back on.
As in, when you're saying turn it off, just turn it off from the
power.
The mains power.
Yeah.
There's no like on and off.
No, there's no power. Not for this. No, you just power it off. Yeah. And then when you're ready to use it, you turn it to filter. Wherever you turn it, you clamp it in position for you to use it. Okay. And then you switch it on.
So what do you reckon we need to do that like once a day at the end of the day?
End of the day. Yeah. So what you always want to make sure is that you give this enough time to get down to the temperature you needed at.
Yeah.
That you really shouldn't need to touch.
Yep.
The only time this might cause you an issue, we'll switch it on in a minute and I'll show you, is if the water flow reduces. Yeah, this will give you, it looks like an error because it says like ER01 or it might say ER09. But what it's doing, it's telling you there's not enough water flow for this to run safely.
Right.
So it's 99.9% of the time, it's got nothing to do with this, got something to do with that, or you've not opened a valve or something like that, the water flow. I'll just try and keep it super simple so that you just got a process of like, I'm going to switch it on, and then you've got, you know, when you empty the tanks, you do a backwash, then you fill them back up, then you turn it back on again, like once you've done those processes, and you don't need to touch this.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll start off with a little backwash. So it's important to prime this pump, which basically means we want to have water at the pump before we turn it on. So you shouldn't need to do this, but we're uphill a little bit. There we go. See? Yeah, we know there's definitely water there. There's definitely water there. See, there's a bit of air still coming out, but there's definitely water there. So you shouldn't need to do that again now. Just because there would have been a load of air in there. So, are we plugged in? Which one's plugged in? That one. Okay. So actually, you're going to be using this, so at least you're going to be able to switch it off. Here.
Yeah.
But for the we'll just use this for this purpose. So let's get it in backwash. Yeah, clamp it in position. Do you want to take that hose over there a little bit? Let's see what happens. No, it'll pump uphill. As long as we've got water there, it should work that. Might take a little bit of time to fill this. Try that again. Plenty of water there. Just taking its time, that's all. Definitely in backwash, yeah. There we go, it's on its way. Yeah, so you've got a good head there. We do need to give it a little bit of backwash just to make sure. See how it's a little bit murky?
Yeah.
So it's having a little bit of clean of the filter media. It's getting a bit clearer. Yeah, I'd say that was good. So then turn it off.
Turn it off. Leave her up.
Turn it
Twist
to
round,
rinse.
Leave it down.
Leave it down. And we'll just count
Power
for
back
this one. We'll just count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unplug it into filter mode. Switch it on. Now we've got the baths. Yeah. Lift off. So that's just pushing the air out the pipes. Yeah. Yeah. But so that's the pump, and that's the bit really that you just need to manage that, and that's because that's going to keep the water filtered and keep the particles out of the water and keep it looking clear. But obviously, if you want to add chemicals to keep any pathogens out the water, you just need to do that separately. So just so you know that isn't going to keep the water sanitized.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, okay. So then you've got the chiller. Got the chiller.
So when we're going to empty the tubs out and like redo them,
Yeah.
are we going to do that through?
Yes. Yeah, via a backwash. Yeah.
Just do it all through the backwash.
Well, you can't do it all through the backwash.
It won't go all
Exactly. Yeah, as far as you possibly can through the backwash. What I would actually do is because you got a tilt, you're not going to get that much backwash. So I'd fill them back up before you empty them. Fill them back up to the top, then run your backwash as low as you can, and then you drain on the backside there. Yeah, you can just open that and it'll just run out here. Yeah. The other option is you could use a mechanical pump, but I haven't actually brought one. So like a submersible pump. So I don't know whether anyone might be able to borrow you one of those. Sometimes that might be a bit handy to drop that in and fire the water up there. But
we'll see when the chaps come back for the power and the water and stuff. We can always ask if they could do that.
Yeah. So that's it. But if you don't get one, just take those little bung out. This is obviously just hiding all your gubbins in there.
Yeah.
When you put it back down, it won't sit on top of the pipe. So you just need to move the pipes to the side of it like that. Yeah, so it'll sit nice and tidy. And then before you do your backwash, to get it as low as possible, you need to close your skimmers. Because see these here and these here, those grey things, they're your skimmers. So to be able to backwash past the skimmer, you need to close them. So all you do is you just turn that valve to closed on the back there, on that one and that one. So it's the two yellow dots. You've got a yellow dot there, yellow dot there. You just close them, and that'll mean you can then backwash to the mesh, to that one there. Well, then you've got your chiller like I say, this should just be dead straightforward, where you're literally just plugging it in, because that's already running.
Yeah.
It's just come straight on. So
You've got a set temperature.
Yeah.
Temperature it's at the minute.
So it's at 16. It's set to 2. This is in chill mode. This means that it's the fan's working, because if it was at 2 degrees, that fan would go off because it would have got to temperature. But that would stay flashing because it's telling you it's in active mode. So if we wait a little bit, this is what throws people sometimes. You don't know, the screen doesn't work because it's locked. So just in case you did want to change it, the lock will come up on there in a second. I'll show you how to take it off. There we go. So there's a little lock. So you just hold the power button down. The lock goes off. Yeah. To change the temperature, you tap the up. Don't hold it, because if you hold it, it'll change the setting
Right.
from that to heat. So, which it's easy to change it back if you know. So if I hold that, because I'm impatient and I want to change the temperature, that's changed it to auto. Hold it again. It's changed it to heat. Now that'll go off because it's at 4 degrees, and obviously it doesn't need to heat it because it's at 16 degrees, it's above the set temperature. So you'd press it again, turn it to, and just leave it at that. So if I set it at 8 for you,
Yeah.
that's just what it'll do all weekend. If for any reason there's no snowflake there because someone's pressed that, wait a minute. I did turn that off. Now, there you go. So it's not trying to achieve temperature. It's been switched off.
Okay.
So it's like on standby. So you're like, why is it not working? There's nothing up there. Just hold that down. There you go. And that'll come on now. But if you just don't touch it and you leave it at 8 degrees, you shouldn't have to do anything at all with it. That's it.